The Heritage Foundation's endgame isn't hidden. It's right here. Bold, loud, and dressed in red, white, and fear. They call it Project 2025. We call it the blueprint for a new American theocracy. Racism wrapped in scripture. They twist the words of love into chains, rewrite mercy into mandates, sanctify slavery with selective verses and silence. This isn't faith. It's bondage dressed up as holiness. Christian nationalism weaponized. This isn't salvation. It's a holy war. They don't worship the cross. They brand it like a weapon. This is the army of the Lord they warned you about. Not led by love, but by law. The steeple is the sermon is a command, and the flock march in orders. They preach unity, but build power on division. Split churches, split neighbors, split the nation down a line drawn in God's name. A vengeful, white, alpha male God. Not a shepherd, not a healer, not the voice that calms the storm, but the storm itself, built in the image of wrath, not wonder. He blesses cruelty, punishes compassion. They call it strength, but it's just domination and drag. He rewards obedience, silences, mercy, burns anyone who dares to question. This isn't the God of the Gospels. This is the God of conquest. White, male, absolute, his word final, his kingdom gated. This is who they pray to. This is who they preach for. And if you don't fit his mold, you don't get to exist. Where minorities are dehumanized, criminalized, or erased, they built their God on our backs, stacked the bodies high enough to call it divine elevation. Chains aren't broken, they are blessed. They preach purity, but only the kind that looks like them. The rest of us, feral, fallen, forgotten. You don't get to bloom unless you were born in their image. They strip away culture, complexity, color, until only submission remains. We are not disciples in this story. We are the conquered. Women reduced to walking ink, their purpose rewritten, their voices erased, their bodies reassigned. From sacred to serviceable, they are not asked to believe. They are commanded to surrender, told they were created from man, for man, and are nothing without a man. This is patriarchy made holy, a kingdom of silence and submission, where worth is measured by proximity to power, and pain is repackaged as piety. They call this peace, but it's a graveyard for the free. Every bloom, a culture erased. Every petal, a prayer never answered. This isn't heaven, it's hierarchy, where holiness is measured by how well you obey, and salvation is reserved for those who already sit on the throne. And it's all governed by Project 2025. Not a plan, a purge. A future where God is white, and everyone else is warm.